This video will surprise you because on my channel, I rarely, if ever, speak about Indian athletes. Very few, unless they've achieved something and we need to talk about it. Like, what is that guy? Neeraj, the javelin guy. And okay. But never, hardly, if ever, never speak about Indian athletes. Okay. There must have been one more. But this guy, his name is Anshul Jubli. Okay. How old is he? I'm looking at the Wikipedia page. He's 30 years old. Okay. Now, he's a UFC fighter, Ultimate Fighting Championship, which is the Premier League. It's like the creme de la creme. It's like Harvard Business School for colleges. It's like if you join this particular organization, your life is made. Okay. So this guy is only the second Indian to join UFC. The only other name, if you check on Wikipedia, is one guy named Bharat Kandare. And the funny thing is, he has no Wikipedia page. He is not famous. He is nothing. I literally had to do some digging to find out. He is a fighter who fights in the smaller leagues. Okay. And he fought only once. He fought only once in UFC, and they told him, no need. We are not interested in you. Okay. So Anshul Jubli has joined the world's greatest organization in fighting, Premier League. Okay. But now, what is the reason I'm talking about him is because of a very controversial thing that happened. And what happened was, 3 days ago, today is Feb 12th, Feb 9th, this guy went to fight one opponent, Quillan Salkilld. Okay, some guy. Okay, he went to fight in Sydney, Australia, and there was a lot of hype about it. And people said, I'm going to make India proud, and India is going to be number one. I'm going to be, the typical, I'm going to be world champion, whatever. And they were expecting this fight to go 3 rounds, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes. That's how long it takes. And there was a lot of hype. The bell rang. They came to fight. You can check it on YouTube. It's available. Within 19 seconds, 1-9. This guy got a hit on his forehead or wherever and finished. He almost unconscious. Means he lost for a second or two and the referee stopped it. Now, for the uneducated mind, means uneducated in the sense who do not know how MMA works. You can be the world's greatest fighter, the world's greatest, but you can have 1 second you can look the other side and get knocked out. Okay. And sometimes there are fighters who nobody believes you can do anything, but they shock the world. Okay. One of the biggest shockers was GSP versus Matt Serra. This is many, many years ago. The whole world, nobody, 100%, 99.999% believed GSP is a fighter. You can Google search. They believed he would win. Matt Serra, Mattsera, was shorter than him. Nobody said he could do anything. It was impossible. It is like telling me the sun will set the other direction. But GSP, the legend, had one mistake. It's like Mike Tyson versus a thin, skinny guy. And the skinny guy manages to knock out Mike Tyson. So that's what happened. So MMA is a sport where if you have a bad day, if you are feeling feverish, if you look outside, your head is not in the game, you're finished. So I'm not saying that Quillan won because Jubli had a bad day, but he lost. That's it. So it can happen to anyone. Now, why am I bringing this up is the big question. In my WhatsApp group, after the fight took place, there are some UFC MMA fans. People started to make fun of this guy, Jubli. They started to make fun of him. They started saying, ha, 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 look at this Indian. Indians talk too much, and this Indian also talk too much. And one of his older videos, I think he gave an interview with the Beer Bicep, I think, or in the Ranveer show. He had an interview, which unfortunately now is going viral, where he said he will defeat the greatest fighter in UFC history in his weight category His name is Khabib from Uzbekistan. He's a legend. He's like a god. He said, I can knock him out. I can destroy him. I can win. Yeah, like, he made like a joke. Like, he literally believed that I'll knock him out like this, man. Now, here's the funny thing. He said, I'll knock out the greatest fighter, but he could not knock out a upcoming new fighter. And because of which now everybody is showing that clip where he says, I'll knock out the world's greatest fighter. And then they show this clip where he gets knocked out in 19 seconds. Okay. Now, what is my stance? A lot of these guys were making fun of him and they're saying, Indians talk too much, or look, this is our Indians. This is the problem with them. See, I agree. Our Indians, there are a lot of Indians who talk too much. There are people, you can even Google search and see, when Elon Musk was giving a conference, there's one Indian guy sitting there. I don't know, many of you maybe know. They are asking Q&A session and this Indian guy puts up and he says, hi, my name is so-and-so. I'm an Indian. I came all the way just to ask you, I want a job in your company. I want to be the CEO. Okay, he's telling Elon Musk. Elon Musk is like, CEO? Why? I don't have. Okay, don't give me CEO job. We'll be partners. Okay. And Elon Musk was feeling very uncomfortable. People started finding it funny and they dismissed him. So, yes, our Indians sometimes do talk too much. Sometimes they are overly confident. I've had females who are 47, so fat, and they're telling me that they're going to star, actually ready to pay me money. These are not drunk people. They confirmed a session. She wants to star with The Rock in a movie. Another one was she wanted to be Victoria's Secret model. Talking overweight, 80, 90 kilos, Indian lady with 2-3 children. That's her dream. So there are some people who are deluded, who are maybe something wrong with the head. But this guy, see, you need to understand the mentality of a fighter. Fighters are not normal people like you and me. They're not normal at all. Just imagine, you want to make money. You want to make money hitting someone and getting hit. Okay, if you are very big and you can smash everyone and get paid money, ha ha ha. But here you're talking of a guy who's equally strong or stronger than you, who can not only break your face, who can put you in hospital for months, where, there are people whose leg, be careful when you watch this video, the leg, below the knee has broken this way and that way. And they cannot walk for 2 years. There are injuries like this. There are injuries where they've broken this arm or this, and for 1 year they cannot work. So you have to be really mad. And the money that they get paid, some fighters, is $100. Not joking. $100, $50 just for a fight. And they are ready to fight. And to prepare for this $50 fight, which is going to be held in a bar room or somewhere, they have to train for not 1 year, not 2 years. They have to train maybe for minimum 5 to 10 years. 5 if you're born as a fighter, means you have the gift, but an average of 10 years. 10 years you have to pay the coach, 10 years you have to pay gym fees, food money, accommodation, training money, and you have to train morning, afternoon, evening. Plus you have to buy the clothes, supplements, and you have to work another job to support all this. So imagine you're doing this for 10 years. And when you fight, you get only $50, $100. No insurance, no nothing. So you have to be a rather strange, mad person. It's called the fighter's mentality. Just imagine someone corners you and is smashing your face, smashing, and you lose your hearing and you can't see with one eye. And you still want to fight. So Anshul Jubli is one of those guys who, even when he went to Australia, I'm sure he had to pay the fees. Maybe UFC covered, I don't know. But insurance is his problem. Paying the coaches, his problem. Food, his problem. Accommodation, everything. Maybe accommodation they took care, but not ticket. I think ticket, not ticket. So everything he has to pay money from his own pocket. And if you win $1,000, Australia taxes are very high. For example, let's say you won $1,000. 500 will go for taxes. Example. Then you have 500 left, out of which 30% you have to give the coach. Then 30% you have to give your cut staff. If you get a cut, they'll make it okay. 30% you have to give your nutrition. And in the end, out of $1,000, maybe he'll only be left with $200. So imagine he's doing all this sacrifice for a dream. You have to be a little crazy, right? You have to really dare to dream. If you don't believe you can be a world champion, then why the hell are you in that fighting? Oh, I want to be in this just to get $100 at the lower level and go. Every great fighter, every fighter. I even spoke about GSP, Matt Serra. I give you 2-3 names. They believed when they were, normal people. They didn't know anything, not even knew how to punch. They believe one day I'll be world champion. One day. One day I'll be a Mike Tyson. One day I'll be a Floyd Mayweather. One day I'll be something. If you don't believe in that, you can never achieve. So the message that I want to give my WhatsApp group members is, see, listen. Yes, you have to make fun of some people. Some people deserve to be made fun of. Make fun of them, talk shit about them, 100%. But then there are others who you should not make fun of. And don't make fun of someone if you're not in their shoes. I understand, yes, he was cocky, he was arrogant to even think that he could defeat the world's greatest Khabib Nurmagomedov, whatever, from Uzbekistan. His name is too long. Okay. He's delusional. It's like me saying, if I see Mike Tyson, one punch I'll give, he'll get knocked out. It's stupid. Okay, agreed. But without that belief, then why is he doing this? And I'll tell you what is a sad thing. Out of 1.4 billion people in India, 1.4 billion, just think, is the only one right now in UFC. China has so many, USA has so many. He's the only guy. Very easy to make fun of him, very easy to mock him. And I'll tell you this, after getting knocked out, he must be sitting in the hotel room and crying. He must have been crying, sobbing his heart out. 8 months of training. 19 seconds got knocked out. He must be crying. He must be doubting himself. Maybe his mother, father asking him, Beta, what are you doing here? What are you doing with your life? Nobody will believe him. Everyone will make fun of him. He'll be alone. And he has to be mentally strong. Others, he might end up ending his life. It's very easy for him to quit on his dream. So I'm not asking you to go to his Facebook page and talk wonders about him or flatter him, butter him. If you can't do anything good, don't do bad. I get nothing out of speaking about him. He doesn't know I exist. I don't care. But I believe he has the heart. He has a heart, like every other aspiring fighter, to go to walk towards his dreams. It's sad. It's really, really sad that he got knocked out. See, either he would get knocked out or the other guy. Being an Indian passport or maybe have a soft corner for him. He's only 30. But the problem is, it's not that he has a long time. Very soon, if he continues losing, UFC is very cold-blooded. They'll say, sorry, man, we have to discontinue the contract. And maybe he'll fight in smaller organizations, but it's not the same as fighting in the UFC. And in the end, he'll have to decide, what does he want to do? Open a gym or... So I just want to tell my WhatsApp group members, sometimes, yes, there are people we need to make fun of, but individuals like him, don't make fun. You and I have not even done 0.0, 100 zeros, 1%. At least he has done, and he'll be forever known as a legend. He even has his own Wikipedia page. So I genuinely wish the best for him. Way things are going, I don't know how far he'll survive, because UFC is not kind. So I just hope whatever best he can do, let him do. And, I'm just trying to educate you guys. It's easy to put him down. Very easy. Walk in his shoes and you'll know how difficult it is. All right. I wish him all the best, and I hope I was able to add something of value. If you have any questions, what are the names I spoke about and all that, just let me know your thoughts below, and um, let's continue the conversation. You guys take care. This is me signing off.